Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Give everyone a couple minutes here to get on the call. If you don't mind muting yourself for the time being, thank you.
How do you do that? Just kidding. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You're good. I appreciate it. Um, In the meantime, if you do have any questions, you can go ahead and drop those in the chat now, and we'll monitor those throughout our call today. We'll give another minute or so, and then we will get started. Okay, we will go ahead and get started. Good morning. My name is Megan, and I'm the race concierge with Magic Sports. Excited to have you all here today, whether you're doing your first triathlon or you're an experienced triathlete and doing maybe a different course this year. But welcome to the 47th um, Ashley Whitney Music City Triathlon, and the last year that this race will be taking place on this side of the river. So exciting with that as well. And this race is also the Tennessee State Championships for men's in both the sprint and the Olympic. And it's the women's state championship for the Olympic distance. So exciting things happening with both those state championships. I'm going to share my screen, and if you are not muted, you could go ahead and mute yourself, please. And thank you. Okay, welcome. Okay. And here's Janet, who also will be at the race concierge tent over the weekend. So any questions, feel free to ask her as well. A little overview of what we're going through today, the event schedule for Saturday and Sunday, course insight overviews and maps, rules, and then we'll have time for question and answer at the end. Keep monitoring the waiting room here. Okay, so schedule events for Saturday. Registration and packet pickup at race sites from 2:30 to 5:30. That's also bike check-in time. It's not mandatory, but encouraged. There are a few questions about that in the chat already. So yes, you're welcome to bring your bike anytime 2:30 to 5:30. There's security overnight, so no need to lock your bike or anything like that. There'll be people watching the bikes overnight, and just for peace of mind on race morning as well, to not have to deal with bringing your bike on Sunday morning. Um, Race overview will take place at 4 p.m. in near the transition area with the race directors and a few of our other staff going over the courses and any questions you may have on Saturday. Then race day, Sunday morning, a backup one, yes, 5:30 to 6:30 packet pickup is open again at the race site as well as transition time. Transition will close at 7 a.m. So you've got about an hour and a half from 5:30 to 7 to arrive, get settled, get everything set up, and get to the swim start. Would advise getting there on the earlier side of things just to get parked and then get set up and be ready to go by 7:30. If you are doing the Olympic distance, you will have from 6:15 until 7 a.m. to board the General Jackson. It'll be parked right there in front of the race site on the river. You can't miss it. So no need to get on at 6:15. You have that whole 45-minute time to get on the boat before you take off. Um, and sprint racers, you will start lining up from the boat dock in that 7:15 time frame as well. Both races will start at 7:30 with the Olympic racers starting from the General Jackson down the river, sprint racers starting from the boat dock at 7:30 as well. And then estimated award times 10 and 11 a.m. That depends on the status of racers, how many have finished. We want most age groups to be represented during the awards times. So that'll be a rough estimate. We'll announce those times more specifically on Sunday morning. Any specific schedule questions at the moment? Okay. And then one note here, pick up your packet and then stop by our concierge tent for your first timer bracelet. Come see Janet and I, come say hello. And what's included in your race packet that you will get at packet pickup? Your bike helmet and stickers. The middle number here will go on the front of your helmet, and there's images on the packet as well to direct you where things are to be placed. Right front of your helmet. And then the numbers surrounding that will go on your bike. And that bike number is needed when you drop off your bike to get into transition, have that bike number on your bike. Next are race tattoos. First step is to peel off the plastic. Some people have had issues with that of not peeling off the plastic, trying to then put the tattoos on. And those go on your either upper arm, lower arm, or if you're wearing sleeves or have your own tattoos, those can go anywhere on your legs that are visible for our staff. And your race bib will look like this, different colors based on sprint or Olympic. And those can be attached with safety pins that are provided. Or if you have a race belt, you're welcome to wear one of those as well. And that is only needed on the run portion of the triathlon. You're welcome to have it on the bike if that's just easier for you. Put it on then. Next is your swim cap, and they will be, let's see, Olympic distance, your caps will be green, and sprint distance, your caps will be purple. We will also have special attention caps available at packet pickup if you feel like you want the water safety to pay a little more extra attention to you on the water. There's special colored caps for that. So feel free to ask for one of those at packet pickup. And then the last thing is your timing chip, your timing band. That's very important. It will go on your left ankle. There's a piece of tape you peel off, put that on your left ankle. Questions on your race packet? Okay. Moving on.
Sorry, I think
Yeah.
people are asking questions in the chat.
Okay. I will let me look at that in just a moment. Mm, let's see. How close is transition spot to the start? Um, very close, like 100. 100 yards, 200 yards, something like that. Very short walk, yes. Um, if you're part of a relay team, is there only one individual packet that needs to be picked up? Yes, if you're part of a relay team, one member can get the packet for everyone. There'll be timing chips in there for everyone to cap for the swimmer, but you all get your own timing chips. There's no need to transfer timing chips from person to person. Um, and I'll come back to the rain comment and the swim comment later on. Let's see, some quick tips. Pick up packet and check in bike on Saturday, if at all possible, between that 2:30 and 5:30 window. Arrive early on transition for transition setup on Sunday morning. When racking your bike, alternate direction with the bike next to yours. We will have a sample transition setup at our concierge tent on Saturday and Sunday to take a look at that. But you will rack your bikes alternating directions with the bike next to yours. Um, Set up narrow space on a towel or just on the ground on the right side of your front wheel while you are facing your bike. Again, this will make sense when you see our sample transition setup of how you want to place your items in front of your bike to keep them condensed as well, to not take up tons of space in transition. It's tight, but you all get your space to be able to lay out all of your items. Next, go barefoot with your cap and goggles to the swim start. If you want to wear sandals for any reason, you're welcome to. But recommend just going barefoot, having your cap and goggles ready to go. Um, and then no reentry to transition area after it closes, unless there's something urgent that you need. Once that 7 o'clock time comes, no one else will be allowed back into transition. Mhm. Smile for the cameras, have fun, thank a volunteer, cheer others on, enjoy the course. Okay, transition setup. A few pictures here to help show you what it will look like. So you'll find the rack that corresponds to your bib number. Again, you'll have your bib number. For example, Olympic is 1 through 406. There will be cards at the end of each of these racks. You can kind of see there's one right there that'll have a letter and then a series of 7 numbers. So you'll find the rack that corresponds with your bib number. Set up your gear on the right side of your front wheel. Keep everything tightly positioned under the back wheel, under your tires. Again, alternate bike direction with your closest neighbor. And then remember your row letter and any helpful landmarks for finding your bike during the race. So look to see, buildings that are downtown, something that's not going to change that will help you to know where your bike is in transition. And again, mentally and physically practice and walk the transition flow if possible of where you come in from the swim, where you go out on the bike, where you come in on the bike, where you run out, and then where the finish is. So you'll be able to walk through all of that on Saturday. Be able to make it Saturday afternoon just to be comfortable with transition setup and the transition flow. Okay, now let's look at some of the maps. And all of these maps are available on our website. This will kind of be a quick overview of what they look like, but you're welcome to print them, take a look at them. Um, okay. Quick overview of site. Parking lot. Actually, this parking lot is no longer available for parking. I'll go over that in just a moment. But this will be the transition area right here. Let's see, the General Jackson, where you will board for the Olympic distance. And then right along the water there is the sprint swim start from the dock. And as you can see, I know someone asked earlier about the transition to the start. You can see just a short walk from transition here, walking down to the swim start. This is where you will get out of the water, come up in there into transition, find your bike, and then head on out with the bike out here. That's where you'll be able to mount your bike and head on out this direction. And then when you come in from the bike, you'll come in on Victory here, back into transition, and then rack your bike and head out on the run. Come back the same way on the run to the finish line. Again, this will all be very well marked with signs and cones. There'll be staff and volunteers out there directing you where you need to go.
Sorry, Megan, can we ask you questions or is
Yes.
it just the chat?
Yes. Yes. Any questions on that map? I can pull that back up here.
Could you go one slide back?
Yes. Let's see. Maybe. Yes.
Yeah, I was putting a question on the chat. If
Okay.
I look at that pink towel there,
Yes.
it's to be on the left side of the bike, not on the right.
Yes. I need to change that one. Thank you for pointing that out. And
Okay.
they're taking up a lot of space.
Okay, so that was my first question. The other
Yes.
question was, um, if I go or if I ride alone to the triathlon place,
Yes.
where can I leave my car keys, wallet, whatever I may have? Are there lockers or anything that we can use? If yes, where?
Yes. Great question. We recommend leaving all those things at your transition spot in your bag. There'll be, again, security and staff there. Um, no one's going to be else allowed. No other outside people are allowed in the transition area. So your safest option is to leave it in your bag in your transition spot.
Okay, so we can leave it there on the towel.
Yes, correct. Correct.
Thank you.
I think somebody's not muted and it's echoing.
Okay. Course maps. Again, we'll have these available at our concierge tent on Saturday and Sunday if you want to come take a closer look. They're on our website. Check them out. The sprint distance is 300 meters and the Olympic is 1100 meters. So again, you'll board the General Jackson right here in front of the transition area. I'll take you upriver, approximately here. Then there's a little window area that opens where you'll jump out into the water every roughly 3 to 5 seconds. Someone will start. Same with the sprint. You will line up according to your number, and then again, every 3 to 5 seconds, another racer will jump in the water. If you want to move back in number order, you are welcome to do that. We just don't allow you to move forward. So if you're like I was given a really early number, I'm not quite feeling it today, want to start later, that is totally fine. You're welcome to move back in number order. The sprint distance is 20K and the Olympic is 40K. With the Olympic being 2 loops of the sprint course. Let's see. Look at this little map first. Transition area here in this parking lot again, and that's where you will mount your bike and then head out following this purple line to Shelby Avenue. And then I'll continue at this map here, which Shelby will take you to 5th Street, but you'll head left there and then get on Ellington Parkway. It'll be marked with mile markers, taking you all the way out just after about 6.5 miles. You'll turn around, come all the way back. And then if you are completing the sprint course, you'll follow this dashed line back in to the dismount line, head to transition. Olympic bikers, you will stay on the inside here following this yellow line to then head out and do your second loop. And there's more detailed information in the maps here that you can read through to follow the exact directions. But Ellington is completely closed to traffic. You'll stay on the right side of the lane, but it is completely closed to traffic. And they have been out there patching potholes, repairing the roads. Hopefully, they'll be in good condition on Sunday morning. And then the run, the sprint is a 5K, and the Olympic is right at 6 miles, with again the Olympic being 2 loops of the sprint distance. You'll head out from the corner of the transition area out onto, there's a sidewalk. You can kind of see it here where the red line follows, but this parking lot is now all barricaded off with very tall fencing. So you'll see very clearly where you need to go on the sidewalk. Follow out under the bridge here, follow Davidson all the way down before you get into Shelby Park. You'll do the turnaround and head on back on that same path. And there will be 3 water stations along the way with water and electrolytes. So 1, 2, and 3. And then you'll head back to the finish line. Questions on the course, on the swim, the bike, or the run?
Does that include transition questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So if for example, my teammate is doing the swim bike portion, I'm doing the running portion. I will wait for him in the transition area. Does he, this information may be somewhere, I apologize, but does he hand me a timing chip? Is that how that works?
You will go back a slide, maybe. So you'll wait for him in the transition area. Like you had said, there'll be a tent in the far corner of transition. So as anyone's doing a relay, you'll wait in the transition tent for your swimmer, your biker to come in. They'll come tag you, and then you can head out. So if you're the one that's doing the run, they'll tag you. You'll have your timing chip on already, and then you can head out on the run course. If you're the second person doing the bike, you'll wait in the relay tent until the swimmer comes in. They'll tag you. You can have your helmet on, your shoes on. All that you need to do is run to your bike, get your bike, and head out on the run. And then you'd come back, tag your runner. Runner can have their, shoes and bib and everything ready to go, and then they will head out on the run course.
So there's no transferring of the chip
No,
for the relay teams. There'll be 3 individual ones.
correct.
Thank you.
Mhm. Actually, I'm gonna go back one because I forgot to talk about. No, it's the next page. Parking. Okay.
Is there a current in the river that we just need to be aware of ahead of time?
There will be some, yes. They are closing the dam for us, but there will be some current. We'll give more guidance on Sunday morning, especially for those that are out doing the Olympic distance, giving you some guidance on sighting of where you should aim for the shore, the bridge. But there may be a little bit of current, yes, carrying you downstream. Um,
Is the starting of the swimmers based on time?
yes, it is based on the time that you entered when you registered. And you have until the end of today to go in and change your time if you feel like you put in an inaccurate time. If you need to make it faster, slower, you can go in and edit your time. But yes, your bib number will be assigned based on your projected swim time.
How do we go in and edit that? Because I put too slow of a time based on what I've heard with the current.
Yes. Let me see. Um,
Edit that's available whenever I tried to do that already.
okay. Let me quick pull this up. If you go on run sign up where you most likely registered for the race, you can click your profile, and I don't think it's going to show up on mine because I'm not actually registered. Um, but you should be able to see the upcoming event that you're registered for. Um, but you're also welcome to email me and I can change that for you. That might be the easiest option.
Okay.
Once you can figure out, it's not that complicated on once you figure out the upcoming event, click on the race. There's a spot to manage your profile. Okay, quick look at the parking map here. So, unfortunately, this is updated. Yes, we no longer have this lot R for racers or spectators to park in, um, due to CMA things that are setting up earlier than anticipated. So get there as early as possible to claim your parking spot. There'll also be this parking lot E over here just off of Woodland Street. It's a short walk this direction from lot E across Woodland on this side of in front of the stadium, and then you can have access to transition. Um, if you park in this lot here, you will not be able to leave until approximately 11 a.m. It's part of the bike course right there. So if you need to leave earlier than that for any reason, I would not advise you to park in that parking lot. Um, and for spectators, we encourage you to have your spectators park in Lot E or on the downtown side of the river and walk across either the Woodland Street Bridge here or the pedestrian bridge, to save the closer parking spaces for racers. And a few basic
And
triathlon rules.
when we arrive, we go directly to the transition area, right?
Yes, if you have checked in, correct.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Your helmet is required when you are in possession of your bike. So if you are riding your bike to the race sites, your helmet is on. If you're riding around after the race, your helmet is on. No headphones, no AirPods, no music, just safety rules. Um, Ride on the right side and pass on the left. So be mindful of your positioning on the road. Keep yourself to the right. Unless you're passing someone, you can let them know on your left, pass on the left, and come back over to the right side. Um, no littering on the course. We'll have trash cans out there for you. And then no drafting. The USAT rule is 6 bike lengths apart, but just be mindful of other racers out there and keep your distance.
A question for the headphones, is that
Yes.
includes the run as well, or on
Yes.
the whole thing? Okay, cool.
Yes, correct. But I had one more. Okay, and there is my email and Janet's email as well. If anything comes up between now and Saturday or even at a future date, but we'll both be at the concierge tent on Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning. So come see us and then to get your first timer bracelet. And after the race, come back. We'll celebrate with you. We have a first timer gift for you also.
I have one more question
Yes.
about passing. I've watched
Yes.
a couple of the rules online. I just want to make sure because I've never, done a try before. So, and I'm used to drafting, so no drafting. Bummer. When I cross, let's say I'm got some momentum and I'm crossing this first person. Right when I pass them, do I then get in front of them and then they have to drop back, or do I need to go up like, 3 bike lengths in front of them, which I might be touching the next person? Like, how do I gauge
Right.
that?
Um, yes, try to continue past them to not cross over directly in front of them to, you don't want to force them to slow down either. So pass, accelerate a little bit further past that person, and then cross back over. And be aware that as you're passing someone, someone else might be passing you on the left as well. So be mindful of that.
And if you're passing multiple people, you just stay in that left lane
You stay in
until
the
you.
left.
Okay,
Yes, correct.
great.
Okay, let me go back up to the questions, back the music. Yes, there's been a lot of rain this week at this point. the swim. We're not canceling the swim. The swim is still on. The water temperature has been in that 73 to 75-degree temperature, which makes it wetsuit legal. There'll be an official reading on, well, on Saturday afternoon what the water temperature is, but then the official reading will be on Sunday morning before the race. Bike course, like I said earlier, I believe they've been out patching potholes, making the roads nice and beautiful for all of you. Um, and there will be bike support at the transition area at the race site, and they will also be on the bike course. If you're out and have a flat or mechanical issue, it may take them a few minutes to get there, but we will have our staff out in the truck as well as a bike shop that will be out there going back and forth on the bike course should you need any help. Recommended to drop the bike off even if there's a risk of rain. Yes, you're always welcome to put a trash bag over your seat, over any parts of your bike that you would like to protect. That is totally fine. Post-race vendors. Yes, there will be, what else do we have? All the clubs will be racked, or the clubs tents will be there. There'll be some food vendors. There'll be music. Yeah, so a good post-race food, big party celebration after the race. Water temperature, yeah, 73 to 75 is what it's been lately. Can you drop all the other gear with your bikes? So on Saturday, if you drop your bike off, it is just your bike. You'll bring everything else on Sunday morning. So helmet, shoes, water bottles, all of those things you'll bring on Sunday morning. A buoy, I'm guessing like the safety buoys that you can wear. You're welcome to use one of those, yes. Hopefully no one gets kicked in the face or knocked by someone's kick, but with everyone going in a couple seconds at a time, you can kind of navigate around others to, as opposed to a mass start, there's less likely a chance of you getting kicked in the face. Relay, a lot of rain. The transition area it's asphalt, it's a parking lot. You'll come up a grass hill from the swim exit to a sidewalk and then to asphalt of the parking lot. It's a short, less than a quarter mile from the swim exit to the transition area. We'll be sharing the road with cars. No, the Ellington is completely closed on Shelby and South Fifth. I think someone is not muted. Thank you. There will be cones for traffic on one side and bikes on the other side. Yeah, start time, we talked about that, is by your projected swim time and your bib number. Relay team. Yes, mechanics on the bike course. Club teams racked together. Team Magic, if you're a member of Team Magic, you will be racked together. Outside of that, you'll be racked according to your bib number.
Hey, Megan, a question on, I'm just doing the bike and run.
Yes.
When do we leave to start the bike?
She's a crazy person. Sorry.
Yes, good question. Bike run,
Okay.
you will start or can start
Why?
once the first swimmers come out of the water for your distance. So if you're doing the sprint bike run, you will wait in the transition
She does.
relay tent until the first sprint swimmer comes in, then you're able to take
It's
off
this one.
on the bike. Same with the Olympic, you'll wait until the first Olympic swimmers are coming in, and then you can head out on the bike.
Sorry, I'm losing stuff. Hey guys, if you don't have your mic muted, can you mute it?
There we go. So yes, for sprint or Olympic bike run, you will wait in the transition area in the relay tent until the first swimmer of your distance comes out of the water. Once they come to transition, you're welcome to go to your bike and head out on the course.
Thank you.
Yes. The swim course will be marked on Sunday morning. No boobies on Saturday, but they'll be set up on Sunday morning. You'll see, I don't pulled up here, but there'll be some big blue T3 that will be at the start and at the finish. I'm sorry. But we'll have that for you on Sunday morning. Um, Finding bike, how many? We have around 800 racers currently, kind of split up evenly between sprint and Olympic distance. Yes, water and electrolytes will be on the course at all three of the aid stations. Great for spectators to view the transition finish area. There's big grassy area for spectators at the swim start, at transition, at the finish line area as well. But start further back, does my specific time start? Your official time will be when you start in the water. There'll be one of our race directors at the swim start, as well as one of the timers from our timing company, and you'll tell them your number, they'll type it in, hit a button, and your time starts right then. Um, you, yes, you're able to switch distances now, even up to race morning. Prefer that you let us know as soon as possible so we can get you racked in the right spot. But if you feel like you'd like to switch distances, that is totally fine. Yes, you're allowed to bike run without a shirt. You just need your bib number on for the run. Okay, I think that's all the questions in the chat. Again, this is being recorded. It'll be sent out tomorrow if you want to look at anything again. Share the email. Oh, yes. Thank you, Noah. If you need to update your swim time, send me an email, Megan at magicsportsusa.com, and I will get that changed for you. Yeah, someone can pick up your packet if they have your ID. If you're able to make it there on Saturday, as long as I have your ID, they can pick that up for you. Online tracking. Unfortunately, there's not online tracking. A couple more minutes here for any more questions.
Megan, could you please cover again the question about the buoy? I've never seen that in a swim race before. Is that like a swim buoy you have between your legs, or is it a buoy around your waist, or
I
what
think
is
I'm
that?
not sure who asked, but I think they're asking about the swim buoy around your waist is more of a safety buoy that kind of floats behind you to make you more visible. Correct. And on that same train of thought there, on the swim course, there will be plenty of kayak support staggered throughout the swim course. Should you need a break, want to pause, you're welcome to rest at a kayak and then continue on. There'll be other safety boats out there on the water as well.
I had somebody interrupt me when you were talking about the water temperature and cutoff. What's the
Yes,
cutoff temperature for wetsuits?
I believe it is 78.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How soon after will we see our times? Your times will be available pretty shortly after you finish. There'll be a computer kiosk set up where you can get a printout of your times. It will also list your place, both in your gender and your age category, but just know that that may change slightly if someone started before you, behind you, and your times are different. So give it a few minutes, but you can have your times available right upon finishing.
Megan, on the bike ride, when you decide to start to pass, how long do you have before you pass? You have to pass.
Um, there's not a specific amount of time, but within a few seconds, be able to pass the person. Yes.
Hey Megan, real quick about the buoys again. Are those mandatory?
No, not at all. That's just an
Okay.
option. Correct. Um, okay. I think we will end there for today. Thank you all so much for joining. Very excited for all of you, especially those that will be participating in their first triathlon on Sunday. So we will see you either Saturday afternoon between 2:30 and 5:30, or bright and early on Sunday morning starting at 5:30. My email is there, and there'll be another email going out tomorrow as well if you have any other questions between now and this weekend. Um, Thank you all, and we'll see you this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.